Thank you so much. Peaceful protests across the country were upended by violence over the weekend. Clashes erupted in multiple cities. The protests focused around police brutality were seemingly inflamed by President Trump's plans to deploy more federal agents. Many demonstrators say the violence undermines their message. In Austin, Texas, one man was killed during a march there. Carter Evans has been following the unrest.
Footage uploaded to Facebook captures the moments shots rang out in downtown Austin. About 100 people were marching at the time. One of them, 28-year-old Garrett Foster, was killed. Police say Foster, who had protested regularly since the death of George Floyd, was legally carrying an AK-47 at the time. He and other protesters, according to authorities, surrounded a car after the driver turned aggressively toward demonstrators. The driver opened fire, striking Foster before speeding away. The driver later called 911 and claims Foster pointed a rifle at them before they fired in return.
His wife being African American and he being a champion of justice and wanting to make sure that all people are treated fairly and equally.
In Aurora, Colorado, a blue Jeep barreled through a sea of protesters who quickly parted to avoid being hit. Police say one person opened fire, wounding at least one other demonstrator. Police declared a riot in Seattle Saturday night after vandals set fires and destroyed property. Authorities deployed tear gas and pepper spray. Daryl Bro's car was seriously damaged in the melee, and she says those using the demonstrations as cover for mayhem are drowning out the positive meaning of the protests.
Almost 45 years I've been black. This is what Black Lives Matter does? I'm not with it.
Those protests are drawing inspiration from Portland, where people have been gathering for nearly 60 days and nights. Tear gas was fired again Sunday, with some using signs and leaf blowers to push the gas back on officers. Peaceful protesters like these two nurses were caught in the crossfire.
That was my first time being tear gas, and it's not fun.
There's nothing violent about our protest.
And police here in Los Angeles say what started as a peaceful protest over the weekend got out of hand when a small group of protesters started assaulting police officers. The federal building was vandalized. Well, now President Trump is doubling down, still planning to send federal troops to cities like Chicago, Detroit, and Philadelphia. Anthony?
Carter Evans.